Hey y'all, it's Dr. Shamanda. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things mental health, personal finance, and overall strategies to live your best life. So it is Saturday, and I just realized I did not say anything to my audience about the fact that I took the day off on Monday. I am so proud of myself, y'all. Like, I know it's not a big deal. You know, you're probably thinking, girl, bye. But it's a big deal for me because I don't usually take mental health days, which is what I'm calling it. No, there's nothing wrong with me. I just, I'm really good at getting better about being intentional about resting and self-care. And it's a promise I made to myself for 2025. So yeah, y'all don't have a tripod in here. And just utilizing PTO, because it's part of our benefits when we work these jobs, these companies, right? So it's part of our benefits, literally. So I'm excited to take my first PTO day for 2025, and I will be doing that every month. I already came in saying that, so it's no surprise to anybody. But anyway, that is not the purpose of this video. Today I want to talk about the fact that if you are intentional with your time, your money, your goals, your everything, literally, then your future self will thank you, literally. And I can speak to this because if you all know, if you've been following me, you know my story. I was a teen mom, high school dropout from the time, I got pregnant at 17 and had my son at 18, literally, 2 months after my 18th birthday. And then I got pregnant again. So by the time I was 19, I had 2 children, under 2, literally. And so, and to fast forward to today where I am now, I'm just so grateful for the decisions that I made after that. It was life-changing. It was a very pivotal moment for me. When I brought my daughter home from the hospital, I had to make a decision, like, am I going to carry on and continue this trajectory of my life, which essentially was continuing on a generational path, because my mom was a teen mom. She got pregnant, but her and my dad married though, right? But still, she became a single mom with 3 children, and here I was 19 with 2 children. So think about it, I was continuing this on. My grandmother had a lot of children, she was married too, but I was about continuing on this path, and I knew that there was something different for me. Like, I knew from an early age that I was called to a different purpose. But I think that my environment really created this perfect storm, an opportunity to carry on this trajectory of what was in front of me in my environment, whatever, right? And I had to consciously make a decision that I wanted something different, and I knew I was called to something different, if that makes sense, right? So when the opportunities presented themselves to me, because we talk about that in one of my classes that I teach, people, when we talk about classism and late stage capitalism, all that kind of stuff, right? There is this point where if you have the opportunities, you almost have to take those opportunities. And of course we have privileges, and I understand and recognize very clearly that as a fair-skinned woman, black woman nonetheless, but still fair-skinned, good hair, all that good stuff that they always say, those are technically privileges in this society, in this world. And so I feel like, if I can look back, there were probably times that, I probably would say I was given a yes when someone who didn't look like me or whatever, didn't speak like me, or maybe was from the same hometown, but maybe they didn't look like me or speak like me, they probably would have been told no. And so at the end of the day, I recognize my privileges, but also recognize that I took those opportunities when they were presented to me. And for one of the main opportunities that I had, that other people got as well, for the most part, in some form or fashion, was, sorry, I don't want my phone to go dead or run too hot, and then I have to do this so I don't run too hot. Was education, the opportunity to continue my education, right? Because I was a high school dropout, but I decided to go back. And then even after I started community college, I still decided to go on and get my bachelor's degree and my master's degree, and now my doctorate. Education completely changed my life, literally. And I know right now, like a lot of other people, we have student loans, so those are like the negative effects of getting this education, but if you utilize it correctly, sometime it will work out for you. I mean, some people have reaped the benefits, like myself. I would still be very much working lower class if I didn't have the education that I have. I would not be in a profession, have licenses, be able to work in different arenas so that I can actually earn multiple streams of income that are not back-breaking, labor-intensive jobs. Like, I run a clinic, I manage a clinic because I'm a licensed person and you know, all this, you know, whatever. And I'm also able to teach as a professor. So that's a whole nother stream of income. I can make content as a subject matter expert and get paid to do that. I can write books as a subject matter expert, and get paid to do that. Do you see what I'm saying? And so, but that all came from acquiring and obtaining the education, which allowed me to get the licenses to be able to do this work and get over 15 years of experience. So do you see, like, at the end of the day, it's all about the decisions that we make. And a lot of times it comes down to, if you can look back, what were the opportunities that were presented to you that you either didn't take or that you did take. And right now, in this moment, in 2025, in March 2025, I want you to take a moment and I want you to pause and think about, what are those opportunities right now? What are opportunities that you might have that could either propel your life forward, or opportunities to make some changes, to pivot? What are those? Because at the end of the day, your future self is going to thank you for making those decisions, taking those opportunities, or you're gonna have a lot of regret. You're gonna live with that regret. You're gonna live with the fact that, man, I could have done this, or if I wasn't distracted by this person or this thing, that I could have went off and did this. What do you want your future self to think about the person that you are right now? 5 years from now, how do you want to feel about your life? Do you want to have a life of freedom? Do you want to be, more financially stable, financially free, right? Do you want to be work optional? I know for me, at 36, newly 36 essentially, because I just turned 36 in November, time's just going by fast, but I just turned 36, and I'm like, literally, by the time I'm 40, if I play my cards right, if I do what I'm supposed to do and utilize the opportunities and steward my finances correctly, but don't get distracted by nobody or nothing, I could literally be work optional. Which means from 40 all the way to the time I retirement age, 65, 70, 80, however long God allows me to live, I could work if I want to or not work if I want to, or work as much as I want to, work as less as I want to, whatever. Literally. And so for me, it's like, oh yeah, baby, I'm not even about to play with this time. Like, I'm not even about to play with this opportunity. It is not lost upon me that my children are 17, 18 years old now, literally. And for the first time, I have the opportunity, probably within the next 2 years, less than 2 years technically, to really be free. And that's crazy to me, because my children will be off, college or whatever they choose to do. But for the first time, both of my children will be adult age, right? And so I don't have to be always around them all. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, I can travel and have a literal freedom. And this is coming from someone who has been a mom since I was 18 and had to always find childcare. I couldn't go out and do stuff. Obviously, I basically lost my young years because I became a mom. And, that was a sacrifice that obviously I chose to make. Obviously, because I could have made a different decision. You know what I mean? But since all this time, I've been working, going to school, raising kids on my own, literally as a solo parent, and building my career, right? And so for the first time, I can really just, now that I'm done with school, I'm literally finished with my PhD. There's no more education for me at this point. I'm done. My children are about to be they're young adults at this point, or almost. My daughter's 17. And okay, my phone died. So anyway, I just drove to my destination. So there's that. It's fine. It's back home. Anyway, what was I saying? I think I was just saying that I get to choose, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's that. Now obviously there's, things happen, whatever, but so again, my whole point of this video is just be mindful, right? And about where you are today, and be and do and make decisions that your future self will be grateful for. Grateful to you, this version of who you are. Grateful that you made these decisions, whether it's saving money and being a good steward of your finances so that your future self could be in a better place financially. whether it's dating with intention and with self-esteem and not settling for anybody or anything, so you don't get yourself caught up into something that is not going anywhere. So 5 years from now, if you want to be married, you should be dating with that intention, right? And in how you raise your children and the friends that you engage with, whatever. Like, just think about who you want to be in the future and make intentional decisions and choices based upon that, right? So again, my whole life is a testament to this. Is that I started out making some bad decisions. Let's be for real. I was young and naive and whatever. But as soon as I learned and was like, yeah, nah, this ain't what I want. This is not what I want for my future self, and I don't want my kids having this life either. Then I started making some different decisions, and it took me a while. I feel like I'm just now reaping the benefits of the decisions I made. Because sometimes it will take 5 years, especially if you've made some poor decisions and you got to live with those consequences, and now you got to almost undo some of that stuff or unlearn some of those behaviors, all that kind of stuff. Mental health, trauma, all that. Like, trust me, baby, I know all about it, literally. And yes, shameless plug, I wrote a whole book and movie inspired by my life story, so check those out. Wounded Healer. The book is on Amazon, the DVD is on Amazon, the movie is actually on Tubi right now, playing live or streaming live for free. So check it out on Tubi if you want to hear about my story and that kind of thing, and support me on this journey as a filmmaker as well. Thank you for that in advance. I'll leave the link and everything in the description. But I know firsthand, like I said. So I'm grateful and I'm excited about the person I'm becoming. I'm grateful and excited about the person I am today. Like, it took a while to get to this version of me, who I am, and I know that anything less than what I deserve is self-sabotage. Literally, it's like it would be a part of me that just felt like I didn't deserve something great or to be free. So I'm always conscious of that. So just be grateful, operate in gratitude, operate with the intention of who you want to be in the future. And yeah, literally, we're not perfect. We all make decisions that are crazy in hindsight, of course, because not in the moment. But just think about it, reflect on it, take a moment to think about who you want to be in the future, and ask yourself, will that version of you be proud of the decisions and the things that you're doing right now? And the answer to that is no. Go ahead, make those changes now. I promise you. You will thank yourself later. Your future self will thank yourself later. Alright, y'all, let me hit the gym. I will talk to you guys another time. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.